Just an update on my third generation Toyota Supra restoration project that I'm doing. Kind of a lot going on. A lot of little stuff anyways. Still prepping out a lot of stuff for paint and body work. A lot of this stuff is really close. Mainly the front bumper, front nose panel, rear bumper, and trunk lid. Getting all that stuff ready to finish prime and hopefully paint soon. Hopefully the body's complete here soon. Actually went ahead and got some solid engine mounts. Went ahead and powder coated the brackets and everything else, and wanted to grab those engine mounts so that way I could set a completely empty mock-up engine in here, just because I want to do go ahead and get a turbo ordered, start building the turbo manifold, and I didn't want to obviously build that without having an engine sitting in the car. So this is just a mock-up setup. I just put the engine in, put the cylinder head on, put a couple pieces on, just, you know, what I think I'll need so I can do my turbo manifold and maybe start on some intercooler piping and all that stuff, because I do have an intercooler in here. So I just need a throttle body, a turbo manifold, and then I can start doing all that stuff too. Car does have steering now. Steering rack is all put in there. It's all hooked up and everything. So that was the last little bit of the front suspension that needed done, was inner outer tie rods and the steering rack and bushings bolted in, but that's all taken care of now. So I can actually move the car in and out of the garage to clean it up or whatever without, you know, having too much troubles. Car has a windshield in it. Finally. It's kind of a pain in the ass to source one. It's an aftermarket windshield. It's not a Toyota windshield, but I just need to get some of that universal molding to glue in here for the trim, so that way that windshield's all finished up. Been working on a lot of exterior trim. A lot of this window trim I just redid. A lot of this stuff I restored. Looks pretty good. Still waiting on materials to finish this one, but the other side of the pillar trim is done. Went ahead and redid all this window trim as well. So it's all like shiny and new, even though it's dirty, of course, but it's getting there. It's looking like a complete car minus some little odds and ends. As soon as I get the bumpers painted and everything else, it'll be like a whole body again. I did end up getting these side skirts all finished up. So these I painted a long time ago, but I never wet sanded and buffed them. So these are all wet sanded, buffed, and all the mounts are all taken care of. So pretty seamless and nice looking. Ended up getting the windows tinted. Took me forever to teach myself how to tint windows. You would think tinting windows was easier than paint work or whatever, but for some reason I just struggled with it. But I finally got some tint on these windows that I was happy with, and the doors are mainly complete, like the shell of the door. Obviously I need mirrors and door panels and other stuff, but went through and completely restored these door handles. So these are powder coated. Hopefully they'll last a little bit longer with powder coat on them. These are completely rebuilt. They're disassembled, the rivets drilled out of them, and they have new hardware and new bumpers, and rubber seals and all that kind of stuff. These doors open pretty crisp, but that's just because the rebuilt door handle and the rebuilt hinges. So these doors are like new, thankfully. You can pop them open and gives you a nice little pop. Like I said, I got the windows all tinted out and everything. kind of dark. It's I think 20%, 15 or 20%. I think it's 20%, but turned out pretty decent. Like I said, these doors lock up real nice since I redid everything. A little tinny because it doesn't have door panels and stuff in it, but they lock up super good. Super happy with them. I think last time I showed this car on YouTube, I had the rear end sitting on jack stands. I was redoing all those control arms and things like that, but those are all pretty much finished up now. Everything's powder coated, all the control arms and the knuckles and everything. I still need good coilovers for the front and the rear. It's just sitting on some old junk ones, but the suspension is like 90% of the way there.